Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time once again for another Road Most Taken video. Today we're going to do Proof is in the Poison. This is part of my twitch.tv video series. So we're live over on Twitch right now as well. If you'd like to, watch us live, please check out twitch.tv/SamusGarobo. And if you're watching on Twitch right now, please consider jumping over to youtube.com/SamusGarobo and giving us a follow over there. I'd really appreciate it. Meanwhile, we're going to do Proofs in the Poison. Let's get to it. Raw. Okay, so this quest is actually super easy if you have just a couple of things ready to go. The main thing you need to have is the ability to cast some way to block magic missiles. And you don't have to have the ability to trap, but it certainly makes it easier. If you're good at letting hirelings run to their doom, you can use a hireling to do all this stuff as well. But since I happen to have trapping skills, we're going to use them. This will probably end up being the last quest that we have to take before hitting level 7, which is great. There are a few more quests that I tend to do at this level range, but it'll make the next life a lot easier the more quests I have before I have to level, so we can cover more of those quests in the next life. See what I mean? They're just shooting those lightning bolts at us, just shooting them at us like we care. Lightning bolts, magic missiles, running through fire. This bridge, man, this bridge, full of shenanigans. So the trap that we disabled at the bottom is actually a spinny blade trap that kind of is down there. It hurts you when you pull it. All of these fire traps are connected to the same trap box over here. So if you wanted to not have to worry about the traps at all, you would start by disabling this one on the bridge, and then you'd go down below. Let's see. So again, if you don't have any trapping skills and you're worried about being on fire, come to the bridge, put this out, then jump down, put out the spinny blade trap, and you're good to go. If you wanted to just do this particular area with a hireling, just run over, disable the fire trap, tell the hireling to go click the lever, and go to town. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I'm on the recovering side of getting over this crud, I hope. It would certainly be lovely. Ooh, we got a Reaper. Switch over to the Reaper here. There we go. Thanks, DDOs. I'm really looking forward to level 7. Level 7 is one of the places where I feel like the gear switches over really nicely. Let's do this. I don't usually do breakables in this quest because there's so many. But because there are so many, we might be able to hit a little bit of a bonus quickly. Don't actually know. I don't know that much about the bonus mechanics in this quest. Other than there's a million, billion, trillion boxes to break. Let's see. What else can we talk about really quickly? Again, I try not to timestamp this particular video, so a lot of the other topics that I'd like to discuss today will have to wait until next time. But I guess we can talk about the fact that this quest does have a pretty big monster diversity. You have quite a different variety of humanoid casters. So, and in humanoids in general, you have obviously, I think, 2 different casting types, and you have a couple of sneak attacky type people. But you also have lots of, spidery type things. You have the robot dogs. Oh, excuse me. I would almost... Oh, there's a bunch of oozes. And I would even say, to a certain extent, there's some traps in this quest that I would also chalk up to not quite monster intent, but like they're certainly a threat worth taking note of. Some of the things that you're going to also want to have in this quest, besides just the ability to ignore magic missiles, is you're definitely going to want to have access to acid resistance. For sure. See, this is why I don't break boxes, because it's like 2 boxes here, 2 boxes there, 1 box here. Yeah, we're not going to break boxes that aren't together. So, like many of my stories, this one also involves a death on the hardcore server. When we actually get closer to it, I'll point it out, but basically we rounded a corner that is actually physically right here, but doesn't happen until much later in the quest. And Shu was behind me on a healer, and he decided to stop and break some boxes and did not tell me, and I carried on to the quest and got myself in over my head and got murdered. It was pretty sad. People are gonna like listen to these videos and be like, Samius, so did you ever live on the hardcore server? Yes, I occasionally lived on the hardcore server, but not as much as I would like, for sure. So anyway, some acid resistance is definitely on the must-have list. Not that those two things don't necessarily go together, but yeah. If you are bringing Shu as your healer, who happens to be his birthday today, happy birthday, Shu. I can't believe it. Didn't realize that she was taking damage until too late, and then I moved her too late. All right, let's grab her stone. I don't think we'll need her before we hit to the shrine, but... Did I not pull a lever in here? No, I did. I did. One of the things about this quest that's kind of a pain is you have to, like, wiggle around back and forth on all these different levers at certain points. Again, the entirety of the quest is actually very packed together. It is a very small quest, even though you're going to be spending a lot of time running around all over the place. It's like, for example, we ran down this way and back around, and then we had to go in here. Excuse me. Anyway, so then we had to run back around, and now we're running. We're gonna end up running like back and forth again. This quest is very much Duke Nukem-y. I've been talking about that kind of stuff a lot lately, where it feels like a lot of the quests are go get the lever or go get the key. You know, you can't go past the green door without the green key card, or you have to pull the, you know, got to go pull the green lever kind of situations. But this quest is a lot of that, to be really fair. But it doesn't mean that it's not an enjoyable quest. A lot of people skip it though, because again, having all the different kind of like prerequisites for it can be difficult. Shepard 70 is now following. Thanks, my friend. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. Appreciate you. For those of you who don't know, that is the name that I have given my school bus that I'm in the process of converting into my tiny home. I haven't worked on it a whole lot in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, because I've been feeling well, but also it's been cold. Winter time, man. Winter time. It was crazy. Like, I had big plans to get out and get a bunch of work done. And then it became like 32 degrees, 28 degrees. It's like, man, I dislike this winter thing. It's terrible. Oh, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We got a couple people hanging out, heading off into lurk mode here, but I do appreciate people hanging out, even if it is in lurk mode. Got this key. Hey, break that one too. Come on, Rune Arm. That's what I'm talking about. These traps environmentals can really get you sometimes. They do hit quite hard. That one was the 5. I also got my ship buffs running and past lives, so that would have been normally 46 points of damage. I probably also passed my save. So these can hit quite hard. So you definitely want that going. You may also even consider grabbing some protection pots. I would not rule it out. I saw you guys see these Quickfoot casters. They gotta make me summon Ellery to get some hit points before moving on. I hope not. Rip ship buffs. Is there something going on with the ship buffs now? I did not get to listen to the entirety of Jerry's update.
This door is locked, but you gained entry through the locked door.
Alright, so I like to run up here. The acid actually hurts all these things. Whoa, okay. So we got a couple of... I have to do some dancing. Where'd that other Reaper go? There it is. See how much damage is actually putting out on this thing? Legacy ship buffs will no longer be purchasable with the next update. Well, that's terrible. I don't know why they would. Seems like a bad change, unless they have like a really good reason. I don't know what that could be. Because it means we're back to casting resistances. It seems like a waste of a spell slot. Alright, we'll just have Ellery heal us up here real quick. We're actually fairly close to the shrine. We probably could have made it, but instead of playing overly safe, we'll just get a heal and be done. Yeah, I have not read the notes yet. I know Jerry kind of went over them at the start of his stream when I was like waking up, making sure that he was on. He said, I'm not feeling well. I've been sleeping quite a bit. Sleeping late, etc., etc. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Keep an eye on your shield. The second your shield spell drops, you're going to take a ton of damage from magic missile effects. Alright, same basic idea. We're going to go stand someplace where they have to be in the acid to get us. Yeah, I read your message, Beef. I haven't checked it out super close yet. I figure at some point, come on. This is one of the trickier ones to get your hireling to click on for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it is. Alright, we're just going to put Ellery in attack mode. So we'll put Duder in attack mode too. Somebody should heal me. But Ellery in attack mode will heal the other NPC. I saw a champ ooze right there. So I'm hoping to check out the notes in great detail later today after the stream. How close are we? Nothing. We have smashed 120 things and we still have no breakable bonus. This is part of the reason I always find breakables so depressing. Like, I really am trying to break the breakables this go around. Sure, I'm not hitting every single one, but I am getting a lot of the ones that are in big piles for sure. Yeah, I've been shooting this guy what seems like forever. Maybe we have to jump a little. Again, if you can get the bad guys to come into the acid, that's great. That's free damage. I mean, this acid's probably going to kill this guy while we're fascinated. Oh no, we're unfascinated. Nice. Fear Reaper, huh? Alright. I know the angles of the war off. Guess I should also talk about the gear just a little bit here for this build. While a lot of our gear hasn't changed a whole lot as we've leveled, I do want to talk about the memory hats. Currently I'm wearing the Memory of Insight hat. I feel like it's a really good one for this particular build. We're getting like 5 int out of it. Which translates to what? At least 2, if not a little bit more damage, depending on whether or not we have an odd or an even int score at the moment. So right now we have 34 to our intelligence at level 6, which is pretty good. But there are other good hats also for this build. I honestly would say all of them they bring a little bit to the table. So for example, I would recommend getting yourself a sorry, I'm reading these occasional comments from Beef that you all sound really depressing. Leave it to Beef to find like the most depressing parts of the changes. What was I saying? Oh, the hats. Each of the hats have a little something that can be really useful. say like if you're already have an int item on or you're not an int build. Like this, I think it's the strength one that has the big tendon slice on it. The wisdom hat gives you true seen. Like all these things do matter. I think the dex one gives you a extra d6 points of damage on hit, which is something I actually really considered here with the Inquisitive. Now I like to layer on a lot of these different d6s. I don't just rock like one big like try to just get the biggest hits or crit profile or whatever possible. Always feel like covering your bases, I mean, I like to have those things as well, but I also feel like covering your bases on your various damage types are also a really strong way to like look at things, which is again part of the reason I enjoy this build and the way it's going. You notice we have a laundry list of numbers that go across the screen here, and then occasionally we'll have some immunes. So that might turn back into the way the Inquisitive goes. Listen to some of these stats. All right, there we go. Almost 200, and we've got 8% experience bonus. All right. So let's take a look at this. We ended up running all the way around here and back around this direction to get back to where we were, basically in like the first 8 minutes into the quest, just so we can get the key to open this door. It's crazy.
The leader of the Quickfoot approaches.
Go ahead and cast a web right here. And then immediately fireball it out of existence, because I'm very good at playing Dungeons and Dragons. Alright. Hey, I've taken damage. Someone kiss my boo-boos. Thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna see if we can't manage to luck sack into like a few more percentages from breaking. If not, I'm not gonna cry about it, but it's quite a bit. This is a locked door that has a just like junk chest in it. If you have to use like bells of opening to open locks or something, don't bother with this one at all. Yeah, I do not know what's going on. I'm like slamming certain buttons and they're just not working today. I would think with Lamania running that people would be busy hanging out over there checking out things.
Is dead. The coordination of Thual's defenders is crippled.
How are we doing? 205 and we're still at mischief. I feel like the game is teasing us here. I had a little hair right there. I think my dog was also sick this week. I ended up having to give her a bath last night. I guess technically yesterday afternoon. But just because I went to bed after doesn't mean that it was bedtime for everybody. But so this morning, I still think she's not feeling super well because she usually doesn't lay in bed and hide with me during the day unless she's not feeling well. She was in bed with me this morning, so got a little Quinn hair there. Well, remember what I said about letting that shield spell expire? Dang it, I was trying to get this quick foot first. Alright, did we squeeze it in? We did! We squeezed in a few more experience points. Now we have to wait. Wait to open our chest. Alright. Okay, well, that took a little bit longer. You can Zerg this a lot harder if you're comfortable. The difficulty, if you're Zerging this harder solo, is that it's really easy to get a daze and then get stuck having a whole bunch of guys beating on you. So I personally tend to clear a little bit harder on the way through the quest. I think I'm going to take another. I've been taking the red slotted red slotted orbs pretty intensely lately. Alright, well that was Breakables and the Poison, everybody. Once again, as always, I'm Samius. Don't forget to like, subscribe this video, and I really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Toodles.